For about 9 years, a skip has been known about in Chapter 9. This skip consists of you surviving an otherwise lethal explosion with a precisely timed get-up animation. The skip in question has been deemed too difficult and random, and no one has truly figured it out. Up until now. First, let's go back and lay the groundwork. Near the beginning of Chapter 9, you come across this hallway with a valve. By interacting with the valve, a timer starts. During this time, you're supposed to hide in one of the 2 intended places until a big explosion happens and opens up the way forward for you. On the normal speedrun route, we do pretty much the same thing, with one exception. You can glitch the valve and hammer it with a ton of inputs, which will trigger the explosion a few seconds faster, but then we just hide away like normal. Now, the strat in question was originally found by Zephy back in 2017, with the very graphic title, Medge Get Hecked Fire. In the video, Zephy is seen splatting on their back after hitting the valve, and right after the explosion happens, they just get up and survive the flames. For some reason, DICE, in their infinite wisdom, made it so that you cannot be killed during this specific get-up animation. You even take 2 dinks from the flames, both of which should be lethal, but you still survive with 1 HP. Since the video was posted, the method was used in Chapter 9 world records, and people were kind of throwing it in runs for fun occasionally. During this time, people figured out that getting to the valve at a consistent time is the key to getting this skip. It was considered a must to have the previous section down very smoothly in order to even have a chance at the skip. However, there were many instances where people were getting to the valve more slowly and still YOLOing and managing to get through. So, what gives? I myself thought that the flames were on some kind of a cycle, and after enough seconds had passed, you were back on the good cycle and you were able to do the fire skip. This is not that far from the truth, but this knowledge was vastly upgraded just a few days ago. SoftSound, who's been working on massive quality of life improvements for speedrunners and modders and anybody who still wants to play Mirror's Edge. Thank you, SoftSound. He showed up in my chat as I was experimenting with this skip and decided he would look into it. And boy, did he figure it out. So, here's the current updated knowledge on Fireskip. As I understand it, there could still be some mistakes or whatever. The hallway is covered in this damage volume. That damage volume has an ongoing timer that ticks once every second, and it starts ticking as soon as it's fully done loading in. This ticking will not hurt you until the volume has its B pain causing value set to true, which, as you might figure, happens after the valve has been activated. It also seems that by spamming use inputs on the valve for anything over half a second will make the time until the hurt volume activates about 6 seconds. So, how do we use this information? Well, we can look at any timer that starts from the level start, be it the in-game speedrun timer or live split segment timer. As we get to the valve, we can figure out which even second was the closest when we started cranking. And 6 seconds after that is when we need to get up. How this lines up in runs is that with a clean first part of Chapter 9, you will be at the valve around 13 seconds into the segment time, then at 19 seconds, the volume will start hurting you. So you must hit the get up animation right before that mark in order to live and sidestep through the door. And saving you around 5 seconds of precious time. Now armed with this knowledge, you can basically go for Fireskip in every run. If you know what you're doing, you should be able to get it as well, which is insane. We have declared this summer as HotMedgeSummer. I'll be doing a long-ass marathon stream of medging starting on the 22nd. The stream will not end until I PB. Stay tuned for that.